Yes, you are right that form doesn't always stack up, but at the end of the day, it's all we have. It's the evidence that we have to assess the performance and the ability of racehorses. So, I use speed figures, and speed figures give you a fair assessment in numerical form of how fast a horse is from A to B. So you can use that to cross-reference against other different elements of form. You can also use the handicapping system. So, what official rating is this horse on against the best performances that it has shown. Also, you want to try and figure out, does this horse have the kind of race conditions that it can run to its best? Does it like the ground? Does it like the track? Does it have any course form? Is the trainer in form? If the horse has got good form but it hasn't ran for a few months, and since the horse last ran the trainer is in bad form, but the horse is only 4-1, then your assessment might be that given the trainer's form, maybe this horse should be closer to 8 or 9-1. Then if a horse is in hot form, if a trainer is in hot form but the horse is not in great form, you can sometimes forgive a horse a pole run because the trainer just happens to be in good form now. Then the jockey comes into it as well. Does the jockey ride the track particularly well? Is the jockey in good form? And then price comes into it as well, and you can use other elements of statistics and trends all to your advantage. So, over 20 years of doing something like this, you steadily build up an intel and kind of a process of how you like to assess a race. The first thing I like to do is to try to find weakness in the top of the market. So I like to look at the favourite, try to find weakness. Is there any reason to think that this favourite could be beaten? Usually the answer is yes. Then it comes down to price. You look at the second favourite, the third favourite. Is there any value in them? Are they strong? Is there weakness in them? Is there a reason for me to take on the top 3 in the market and look at one of the outsiders? Usually the answer in one of my shortlisted races can be yes, and I start looking in the 10-1 to 16-1 to 20-1 range. Is there anything that could potentially sneak into the frame here and that's been undervalued by the market? And again, you start referring to your speed figures and your form and your trainer form and the prices, and steadily building up a picture of a race. If you're asking yourself too many questions, you're second guessing yourself. You can't quite see what you need to see. Just simply discard the race as a betting medium and move on to the next race. So, a lot of people get emotionally attached to races. I don't do that. If I don't think the race is worth having a selection in, I will simply discard it and move on to the next race, looking for another opportunity. So I hope that gives you some just off the cuff, unscripted intel into how somebody like me assesses a race. Have a nice day.